I'm gonna give it a few minutes so that everybody knows that I'm live. It's kind of chilly today. Oh. And my shoes, my boots. I gotta get new. Oh crap! Sorry. I gotta get new boots. There's like holes in both boots, and my socks are soaked right now. But at least it's not freezing, so definitely gonna have to dry my feet when I get home. But today's topic is how Trump is America. Trump is America. Alright. You know, a couple of live streams ago, I was talking about how America is a corporation. It's not a country. You're not an American. You're just an employee of a plantation. You know, I think a lot of people are brainwashed into believing that this is a country, that we're citizens of this place, that we have rights. You know, we're just employees. And Trump is the representation. He's an embodiment of what America really is. You know, that's why so many people are cool. That's why I kind of just came to the exception that that's why people accept Donald Trump, because that Trump is America. You know, no matter how ugly, no matter how vile, no matter how racist, no matter how violent, people cope and make excuses for it. You know, no matter how much horrible history America has, people still wanted to defend this country and act as if this is the best country in the world. You know, but you know, that's why I tell people that you have to leave the world behind. I mean, this is all just a plantation that you're living on, man. You know, it's like, and I mean, he's not in control of anything. Donald Trump is not in control of anything. He's just a puppet for the elites, you know, because they're tired of being civil with us. They're tired of trying to, you know, keep up the charade. Tired of, you know, cosplaying that this is a civilization. You know, that's why they're speed running the dictatorship. They're speed running tyranny, because it's like it's always been a dictatorship. It's always been tyranny, but it hasn't touched us. You know, it hasn't been domestic. But it has been domestic towards certain, you know, ethnic groups. You know, like the black people, the Hispanic people. You know, the marginalized communities. You know, it has been abuse on us. You know, but now it's abuse on everybody. So now people are starting to wake up and realize, wait a minute, this country ain't all great. People think the president has more power than he actually does. Yeah. Barefoot Runner 5971. What's your name? My name is Joshua Solomon. Randy Cuttoy. But yeah, you know, it's like people think that Trump has all this power and that he's like really in control. You know, and the thing is that he's just a puppet head. It's like this is a conglomerate, and it's not. America is just it's a plantation. You know, like all these other countries. You know, and people are just under this illusion that we're a society that, you know, is civil with each other. It's like the facts and the evidence has been there for years, showing that, you know, how cruel we are to other countries, and how cruel we are to you know, third world countries, and how we steal their resources, how we, you know, mass murder people. You know, there are checks and balances and possibly a lot of corporation. Good morning, guys. I'm just chiming in. Good morning. Good morning. But, you know, it's just like, that's why I don't like talking about Trump, because it's like, bro, he is just the embodiment of the whole country. And people say, oh, if we get him out of office, if we impeach him, it's not going to change anything, guys. You acting like if Trump leaves, the things are going to get much better. It's not going to change anything. You know? Can you say, I'm looking at this pathway. I want to go down this path, but one of the carts, I don't know if like these nature preserve people drove down it, and I don't really want to hear them complain. I don't see any sign saying I'm not allowed to go down here, so I'm gonna go down here. Ain't no sign saying you're not allowed, so I'm gonna go. Even though it's wet, this is better for me to be on this walkway, this walk path. It's better for me to walk on this path so you guys can hear me better, because walking next to the road, it's like these cars keep coming by and it's loud. Sad but true. Yeah. And the thing is, America is Trump, you know, and that's why it's like, bro, we're fighting for something that was always theirs, man. This country was never ours. This country, you know, it's like, how can people cheer for a country that built itself off of slavery? You know, do you know what they did to Africans back in the day in America? They used to work them to death in the fields. They used to sex traffic them, the adults and the children. You know, they used to cannibalize them. You know, they used to have breeding farms. You know, and then all that, you know, was what we used to build this country. And people are sitting here talking about how great this country is, how amazing this country is. And I'm like, yo, it's only amazing to you because you didn't have to go through the cruelty that our ancestors had to go through. You know, you're only reaping the temporary benefits of the sacrifice of our ancestors. You know, so it's never like I really enjoyed the luxuries of this country, because I knew it came with blood money, and I knew it came off of murder, a sexual assault, you know, torture. You know, this is like, it just because you close your eyes to something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Are you mixed? No, I'm not mixed. I just look mixed. My great grandfather was Jewish. I have German ancestry, Irish ancestry. So it's just, I look mixed, but my dad's black and my mom's black, so I'm black. But yeah, man, it's just, you know, I'm not gonna be upset to what this clown, this circus clown that they put in front of us, Donald Trump, says anymore, because he's only saying what he's told to say, and it's apparent that he's making it clear that presidents are literally just puppets. They're there, they've been chosen by the elites to be figureheads, you know. And it's like, we have to just, I don't know, man, it sucks because we don't know what's going on, you know. And I think that's the thing, is like, we feel like we're not being led anymore by, you know, mature people. We're really being treated like animals, you know. There's no truth, there's no order, there's just chaos, you know. But that's why you have to find peace within yourself. You can't look out for external, you know, guidance. You know, the only guidance you have is really God, man. Like I always say, you only have God as your guidance in this life. You know, it's just like, I still see people who support Trump and they're like still trying to make excuses for Trump. And it's just like, bro, at this point, it's just like, I don't even want to argue, because it's clear that you have mental problems. Like, if you see what he's doing, you still think this is rational, you know, it's chaos. I told you he figured it out. He figured it all out. Super genius. Oh, man. It's just like, you know, it's like, this is like we're living in a cartoon, man. It's just every time I turn my phone on, I gotta see this orange pig, this imbecile, just saying the most crazy things, man. And I truly think it's an assault on our spirits. It's an assault on our peace. You know, it's like, literally, it's like, I feel like every day they're trying to bring us down, make us depressed, make us hopeless, you know. And then they flood the zone, like what's that guy's name? Steve Bannon. He said, flood the zone. It's just crazy that they're literally saying this stuff to our face. Like, it's like they're intentionally being sadistic in front of the world. Like, he literally was, Steve Bannon was in an interview. You know, he was in an interview, and he was talking about how we need to flood the zone, you know, with misinformation. Just flood the zone with misinformation. Just confuse. It's like you're saying stuff that's literally sadistic and like malicious, out in the open, like a game plan. Like, okay, let's make a plan to take advantage of the citizens. These are our leaders. It's like people who are openly taking advantage of us. You know, and don't get it twisted. Obama is part of it. You know, Biden's part of it. You know, Bush, Clinton, you know, Reagan, you know. I think only the ones that really were against the system were President like John F. Kennedy. And look what happened to him. You know, look what happened to JFK. Because the thing is, if you stand for justice and truth and you don't play by their rules, they'll make an example out of you. That's why he didn't die silently. He didn't die, you know, like in his sleep or something. He didn't get cancer or something. They blew his brains out in front of the world, almost like, hey, so who's next? You know, Martin Luther King. You know, he stayed alive throughout all the civil rights marches and all that. He only got killed once he started talking about the industrial military complex, saying that, you know, we should stop funding the wars and, like, you know, getting involved in wars that we shouldn't be involved in. Then that's when he dies. You know, don't trust the system. You're right. Don't trust the system. Good to see you, young man, educated on truth. Good to see a young man educated on truth. Thank you, Snapshot Sniper. God bless you. It's like my father, I was blessed and privileged to have a father who was a historian. And we used to go on walks, and I used to listen to him talk all the time about everything, you know. Like, and the thing is, he used to talk about Zionism before we all hear it now. We hear about Zionists and Zionism all the time now. My father was talking about that like in the 90s, in the early 2000s with me. You know, these kind of conversations were like underground conversations. People it wasn't politically correct to talk about it. Now it's like everybody's talking about it. You know, we're in a shift now where things are completely changing around the world. Things are completely changing. The veil is dropping, you know, and they're getting desperate. That's why they're using so many fear tactics. They're using all this stress, you know. You know, it's just crazy that we don't have, you know, different voices telling us about politics. We have the same people on rotation. Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Megyn Kelly, you know, the Democrats, Bernie Sanders, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And then another thing, I'm going to point out the Democrats too, because they're sneaky little snakes. You know, the Democrats and liberals are some sneaky little snakes. You know, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez running around talking about Trump this, Trump that, Trump's so horrible. But she's getting money from AIPAC, the Israeli lobby, where they're going and murdering kids and women and children, you know, and senior citizens and stuff. You know, so but we're sitting here and she's talking about Donald Trump. This is like, and then Bernie Sanders, they asked him a question like, what do you think about what's going on in with the Palestinians? You know, and they say, well, I can't say it, but, you know, Jinnah eyed. You know, they say, you know, what about that? And he's like, well, we don't need to use that word. We don't need to. You can call it what you want. You can call it what you want. And then I saw that, and I was like, okay, Bernie Sanders, so you cool with that? You so that's where you show your Israeliness. That's where you show your Zionism. You know, that's where you show, hey, we should tax the rich, but, you know, hey, if we kill people in Gaza, it's not a big deal. It's like all these people are actors, man. You know, all of them. They're all actors. And I don't understand how society still supports politicians, man. They're literally laughing at you. You know, they're literally laughing at you. Here comes this card. People have been tapping about Zionism since the late 1800s, dog. Yeah, but it was like not mainstream as it is now. You know, why does fabric softener smell so good but taste only okay? I don't think you should be eating that. Hello, just H400. Comes this cart. I wonder if they're gonna say something to me. Give me 1 second. I got peas on my head, but don't call me pea head. But anyway, you know, it's just like now, man, I'm just getting so sick and tired of just the constant bombardment of just toxic information, misinformation. You know, it's just like, and people are saying like, you know, some people are supporting Trump on his tweet or his Truth Social post about, you know, eliminating a whole civilization. People are supporting that, saying, "Well, Iran, they're talking about pockets." Like, bro, it shows weakness when you're acting so belligerent and you're acting like you have no decorum. It's more intimidating when you're calm as a leader. When you're like, okay, well, you'll see what happens. You know, when you're sitting on posting like a whole paragraph about how you're going to destroy the whole, you know, the whole nation of Iran and stuff, it just belligerent. It's just like you just look crazy. You look like you are mentally unwell. You know, but people are so like they're so caught up in the cult that they don't care. They're still supporting this guy. But that's why I'm like, yo, I'm just tired of hearing about politics. I think politics is stupid in general. You know, I don't like people that support the Democrats. I don't like people that support the Republicans. It's like, bro, you're both playing the same game. You're both being lied to by, you know, and it's been such a long time that it's like, how long are they going to trick you guys? How long are they going to keep playing you guys? You know, we've had Republican presidents. We've had Democrat presidents. The country has been steadily getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Politics is lame. Just get high on weed, right? I think that's the best. I mean, yeah, I'd rather do that than fucking watch politics. Life is short. You might as well light a joint. Honestly, I'd rather people light a joint than watch politics, because you could probably get more out of smoking weed and hanging out with your friends than listening to some stupid politics. Because that's the thing, bro. And I got smoke for both sides, bro. I got smoke for both sides. You know, I think the Democrats are too much involved with pushing like LGBTQ. It's like, calm the hell down, man. Like, how's the Liberal Party turn into the LGBTQ party? You know, and it's nothing against them, but it's like, yo, we got politics, we got things, business to attend to. Like, okay, that should not even be politics. That should just be human decency. Like, just leave people alone. That should not even be involved in politics. But the Democrats basically have made that their figure point, like their main point of like discussion, basically making their arguments all a joke. And then the Republicans, they use that as a way to justify their cruelty. Like, let's taking rights away, taking people's health care away. You know, they'll start off like, "Oh, you got to let us get in there because we're going to stop those liberals from teaching your kids about being trans." And then they get in the office and they're, okay, now we're taking your health care, we're taking your daycare, we're taking all. So it's like, what? So both sides, they both hang out with each other. Bill Clinton was hanging out with Donald Trump. You know, we're the suckers getting played. You know, we're the suckers getting played. BS, LG is both parties. Stop the idiocy. You know, it's just like, dude, it's both parties. Both parties are weak, and they're there to program us and distract us from the truth. You know, that's why I've just been spending time just creating, trying to stay off, you know, trying to stay off the social media, you know. But it's hard because it's everywhere, you know. It's every time you turn on your phone, you see it all the time, man. It just sucks because it's like, I feel like people who don't have the right are taking our time away, like taking life away from us. Like, all the plans, all the things we saved up for is being ruined because of a few people who are mediocre. And it just sucks, man. It really sucks, because it's like, it's not fair. It's like, I don't know any other way of saying it. It's just not fair. Watch Nick Shirley and others like him. They are truth. Mainstreaming stays, he's trying to stay off the social media. I mean, I'm not on social media like just consuming. I make content. Like, I'm a content creator. I'm not a consumer. That's what I meant to say. I think that if you're on social media making content, that's different than consuming content, because you're actually you're critically thinking, you're making something. You know, facts. Have you got a skill to show the world? Yeah, I mean, I'm an artist. I'm a comic book illustrator. I'm a writer. I'm an actor. I'm a rapper, singer, songwriter. I'm a graphic designer. I got a lot of skills, you know, but it's like it's hard to show those skills off in a world that's like a rat race, where it's like you don't have time to work on your dreams, or do, you know, go for your ambitions, because you got to keep up financially with your rent. You got to keep up financially with bills. You know, it's a rat race, and it kind of just keeps us preoccupied from our own life, you know, even spending time with our families, our loved ones, you know. Too many to be great at one. Do you like Trump? Irish Transpodder says, do you like Trump? I do not like Trump. I hate Trump with every fiber of my being. I don't understand. And it's like, I don't understand people who support him. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I never understood. It's like, I understand if you're a Republican, and I know it's kind of like, I'm not going to support the Democrats, but it's like, I understand that. I understand you don't want to support the Democrat Party. But at the same time, it's like, Donald Trump is an enigma. He's an enigma. He's not like any other politician we've ever had. The guy is literally insane. You know, and it's just like, I don't understand how people don't see that. But I'm beginning to realize that they must be insane as well if you think that's normal. You know. Oh, I'm looking at these ducks right now in the water. Give me a second. See, you ain't even good at politics. Where did the ducks go? They went into the water. I think they're like swimming. Oh, there they are. They're the little ducks. Huh. There's the other one. Yeah. Just get a proper job, mate. I do have a job. I don't know why people keep saying it like that's like a catchphrase. Like, how do you know if someone else doesn't have a job? Like, mediocre-minded people, man. It's a era of mediocrity, definitely. It just feels like I'm in a weird world, man. Don't you feel like everyone's like a zombie and you're just like alone sometimes? You know, it's like, I don't know. It feels sometimes like I'm not alive. Like, it feels like I'm a ghost, just watching, like a specter, just looking around. Because this shit does not feel natural. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't make sense. You know, the world doesn't make sense anymore. You know, you support Trump. I do not. I hate Trump. You know, I'm just making a point that America is Trump, you know, because America is full with a bunch of egotistical, arrogant, narcissistic, self-centered, delusional people, you know, and he's just basically a representation of what this country is. That's why a lot of people support him. You know, I mean, I don't understand why people support him. I don't see the appeal of Donald Trump at all. You know, you know, when people bring up his policies and stuff, it's like, bro, come on, man. It's like, oh my God. The reason you like him is because he says racist shit and you say racist shit. Let's cut the act, please. You don't like him because of policies. You like him because he's a normalizing bigotry. Just stop. You know? It's so stupid. How's the therapy going? All hell, Mr. Trump. All hell, Mr. Trump. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, hopefully you're joking. It's just like, it's laughable now because like, I don't know. Like, it just feels like, I can't believe adults look at Trump and like, this guy is someone who should lead me and my family. I just don't understand. That's why I'm like, I don't understand this world anymore. It just feels like the older I get, the more I'm looking at the world like, what the hell is wrong with all you people? You know? And that fool's not joking. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump, and that fool's not joking. I bet he's not joking. Don Lemon Jr. I do not like Don Lemon either. See, the thing is, I don't like a lot. Don Lemon, and that's another thing. I don't like Don Lemon either. He's a liberal, right? The guy's running around here to go into churches, and I'm getting arrested, and he's trying to sit here and say, I'm standing for my rights. You're coming after me. It's like, bro, you're not no activist. You're not Martin Luther King. You're not Malcolm X, Don Lemon. Please, can you go off somewhere? Nobody cares about you. You're a attention whore. That's what Don Lemon is. He's a attention whore. You know, he just wants to constantly be in the spotlight because he lost his job at I forget that place, CNN or MSNBC. I don't know what the fuck. All of them are the same. You know, silence people. Bro, you would love to silence people. Black Trump supporter, white face. What? You love Don Lemon. I do not like Don Lemon at all. What up, nerd? I'm a nerd. I do like being a nerd. What's wrong with being a nerd? You should get home to watch The View. Trump is running this country with an iron fist. Oh my God. Bro, do you live in like Flintstone world? Like, how are you like real? Like, how are you looking at the Donald Trump? Like, he's running the country with an iron fist. It's like, dude, we are living in The Simpsons, bro. Like, I literally think we're living in the fucking Simpsons. Like, this is so goofy. He's right about Don Lemon cringe. Yeah, I don't like Don Lemon. Don Lemon, that's the thing. That's why I don't like liberals. I don't like Republicans. I think both are cringe. I think both sides are just cringy. You know, what is it? Joy, whatever that. Joy, the one black woman on MSNBC. She got fired from the show, and you know, she was like crying and stuff. And I'm like, dude, you're making all this money, and you're picked and chosen to be where you are, you know. And just because you started talking about Trump, they took your job away, and you're acting like, oh, it's like, dude, you know, you knew that was gonna happen. You know, you're part of the corporation, you're part of the system. You know, if I were you, I'd just take the check and shut the hell up. You know, if you really want to be a revolutionary, you need to get out in the streets and be with the people and spread the word and build a movement for real. Not sit behind a desk in a TV show, you know, trying to talk about Trump like you're doing something. Let me talk about Trump. It's like, dude, you're getting paid for this. You know, we need you to actually make like movements with your money. We need people that have like all these actors like Mark Ruffalo and stuff sitting here talking about, oh my God, the country's going to hell. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know what's happening. It's like, bro, you have money. You could actually do something. You know, that's the thing. We don't need you coming out here crying. You know, you actually have money. You have power to do something. You know, but that's the thing. They don't want to change it because it benefits them. The system benefits the elites. The system benefits the wealthy. You know, but they'll go out here and virtue signal to make themselves look like superheroes. You know, I love America. I don't like Trump. He needs to go. Yeah, I know. I love America. I love the American people. I don't like America because the history of America is just evil. You know, I think there's beautiful American citizens. I think there's great American citizens. You know, but that's everywhere. I think there's great people everywhere. That's not just in America. You know, I just love good people. I love good people, you know. You think Trump is bad? We have gears going pretty fast. In reality, though, USA is still the best country in the world. Ignore the idiots causing chaos and get work on your life. I mean, that's the thing. I think America is the greatest country in the world for the diversity that we have and all the innovators that we have in this country. You know, we are the most innovative country in the world. It's just that we have the elite class, you know, the Epstein class that exploits that. It exploits all of us, you know. And it's sad. It is a pity that we can't enjoy the fruits of our labor, you know, because we really deserve more than we get, you know. We deserve better, you know. But until we stand up and we resist these bastards that are running this country, we're going to keep being exploited. We're going to keep being, you know, treated like slaves, you know. We're not leaving shit. We going to make America about the people again. Cry hard about that, B. I mean, I agree with you until you said, you insulted me at the end. Don't be a victim. I'm not being a victim. The Iranians won this war. Yeah, they did. After all this, I believe we will have a very different world without none of this existing. It's just all showing itself, and hold on, and it has to. We are we are all showing ourselves to, and need to reflect inward. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That the best thing to do nowadays is just to go within and find peace within, because you're not gonna find peace out here. You know, they're just amping up the frequency of depression and stress and fear. They're just amping up every day, amping up. Because they want us demoralized. They want us to lose our path from God. These are the same. Don't Arab, African, Asian elites are all the same. Don't. Well, you call me a dumb C, but I agree with you. I didn't say that. I mean, the elites are elites. I mean, I don't disagree with that. What advice do you want to give your younger self that you wish someone had told you? If I was to give advice to my younger self, I would say, save money more. Educate myself way more. Love myself way more. Because that was a problem I had. I did not love myself at all. I had a issue. I was very insecure and shy, and yeah, I was really hard on myself when I was young. I wish I was more like easier on myself when I was younger. Let's see. The human race just needs to end. We've done too much damage. I kind of don't disagree with that. Mediocrity and depravity seek out the same. Yep. Ending the war in us ends it in the world. Yes, I totally agree. Cherry Lane 8292. I totally agree with that. You're exactly right. The U.S. is completely fucked. There's a lot of it rules your politics. APAC rules your politics. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You're beautiful just the way you are. I really appreciate it. Thanks. You ever done a... All right, bro. I don't know how. I thought I got rid of this guy. This guy has mental problems. Are you on your way to work? My name is Cheryl Ann. I just got off work. I'm on my way back home. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this live up because I do gotta walk, and I gotta hurry up because my shoes are like soaked. I gotta get new boots. But I'm gonna do one more prayer, and we're gonna wrap this live up. If you guys want to join me. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the glory and power forever. May you please put a wedge of protection around me, my family, my friends, my loved ones, the people watching me on chat right now. May you please put a wedge of protection around the children in the Middle East and all children around the world who are victims of violence, trafficking. May you please protect them and navigate them away from these devils. Please protect the innocent people of America, the innocent people of the world. Thank you for all the blessings you've given me. Thank you for giving me a second chance at life. Thank you for my health. Thank you for everything. Amen. All right. Sure as we'll go. Thank God you. Amen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to thank you guys for stopping by. And I really appreciate everyone. Until next time, stay safe. Stay blessed. Follow God. And try to stay positive. And don't let anyone take your joy. God bless you all. And to the guy, just real quick, the Son of Man 101, he says his God never answered a prayer in human history. My God did answer my prayer, brother. Maybe he didn't answer you, and that's why your life sucks. But My life is great. My life is great. I love God, and God has given me a second chance of life. So you need to find your way, my friend. Amen. I love all of you. God bless all of you. Stay safe and stay blessed. Let me get rid of this clown real quick. I just need to get rid of him. I don't need you messing up the message. God is good. I love all of you. Don't let the devil say that God is not real. That's the devil. That person's the devil, and he's gonna feel he wants to hang out with the devil. Then he's gonna be friends with the devil. he's gonna be with the devil forever. So let him hang out with the devil. We're gonna follow God. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I love all of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I'm planning on doing a live soon when I get home. So maybe in a few hours I'll do a live. So I'll see you guys soon.